I've noticed something about after years of building businesses and chasing big goals that most people think success is about having some secret advantages or a genius ideas or that success is all about having a perfect plan. But here's the truth. It's not about being the smartest in the room. It's about being the one who refuses to quit when things get uncomfortable. Because let's be real, for a second at least, yes? Have you ever found yourself grinding late at night, staring at your screen? I've been there. We all have been there, yes? But that feeling of isolation that you had at this moment, like you're not the only one struggling, is a lie. You are not alone in this. Because if there is anything I've learned, that the people who got the furthest aren't always the most talented. As a matter of fact, a lot of celebrities, a lot of people that are very successful in sport, yes, they always also say that it is not about being talented, it is about who could, per se, eat this shit for the longest. So, summarizing, that from my observation at least, what I have learned throughout all the years is the people who go the furthest aren't always the most talented. They are the ones who sit with discomfort and keep moving forward. A perfect example would be, for example, Kobe Bryant, if you want to read his biography. So, success isn't about talent. It's about how much discomfort you're willing to embrace for your own vision. Especially, most people stop at the first sign of resistance, yes? I mean, there is a chance even you had that experience. But I'm telling you, that's where the real growth starts. I'm very confident saying you have noticed yourself very often, and again, this comes from my own experience, that there were certain situations where you know you were afraid of it and you know you could have grown out of it on the basis that you will just simply go through the blockage you had, but you decided not to. Because, again, whenever you see the first sign of resistance, whenever you have that feeling of, I don't know if I want to do it, I'm telling you from my personal experience, that's where the real growth starts. When you feel like you've hit your wall, that's your moment. You need to push through it, and generally speaking, you'll be amazed at what you're capable of. If you believe in God, you can also quite literally say that a God will never give you a task or a challenge that He will not know that you will be able to complete, or that you will be able to handle or finish. So, if there is anything I can give you from my end, from my experience, because I will assume that this is why you're watching it, ask yourself, are you really giving it basically everything you've got, or just enough to get by? And again, I'm not here to let you settle. You owe it to yourself to see how far you can go. If it's for your family, you own it to your family. If it's for your future family, it is for your future family, you own it to them. If it's for God, you own it to God. If you compared your daily actions to the top 1% in your field, would you still feel confident about your routine, the things you're doing on a daily basis? Because if you're struggling, reach out. This isn't a solo mission. Success loves company, and we are all in this together. Remember, nobody climbs the mountain alone. If there is anyone you can reach out to, that is preferably not at the same level that you are at, but maybe a little bit further, independent if it's a person from YouTube, someone on Instagram, even me. Granted, I'm not here to sell you anything. I don't need to. It is also beneficial as long as this person is not at the same level as you, because if the person is at the same level as you, there is nothing you can learn from him. It's like a blind person leading a blind person. But if there is a possibility for you, then reach out to someone and go together on the basis that you will not give this person your responsibilities and this person is not going to give you their responsibilities, because the last thing you want to have is having someone you can blame for not doing the work that will help you feel better with yourself if you don't do any work. So, ending this, tonight, before you go to bed, write yourself down one thing you've been avoiding because it just simply feels uncomfortable. And tomorrow, do it the first thing in the morning. Because This is quite literally how you build that real momentum that so many people in the internet, so many different entrepreneurs, so many people in top 1% are speaking about. And again, I'm not here to sugarcoat it, but I am here to help you win. Most people won't tell you this, but you have everything you need to keep going right now in your current circumstances, independent where you are. Because even if you are, in your head at least, at the lowest point in life you can be, wonderful, I will even go so far and say that I envy you, because you can only go as far in life as low you once were. Because if you're at the rock bottom, there is only way up. That's the first thing. And if you're in a very comfortable situation, wonderful, especially if you're in a very comfortable situation where you're not homeless, you have food, you have a job, and probably, correct me if I'm wrong, you may be in a situation where you know your job is not really good for you, you know it, pardon me my language, fucks you off, but you're just simply going through it because you're comfortable in the pain and in the pain and the challenges that are happening on a daily basis because they are always the same. But then this is quite literally where you need to understand, I think I should go with the things that are uncomfortable. So summarizing, push through and let's see just how far you can go. Not for me, not for people in your circumstances, for people like your friends and family, no, just for yourself. So if this resonates with you, share your biggest challenge in the comment on the basis that you trust yourself, and let's build each other up. And if you want more real talk and practical strategies, hit subscribe button because we're just getting started.